We need difficulties to advance in Krishna consciousness. So should we put ourselves voluntarily in difficult situations? Should we seek them out? Is it bad to seek out situations where we feel more comfortable, more stable? Should we seek out situations which are more challenging or difficult? And the answer is yes, yes. Being peaceful in Krishna consciousness is very important because it forms a foundation. So if things are too disruptive or too challenging on a constant basis and pulling us too much, it can be counteractive. But if things are too comfortable, we could become complacent. Now, one thing we know that often Krishna will put us in situations when he knows we need to move forward and we're not doing it ourselves, and he'll push us, whatever it is, through difficulty. Sometimes it's just a class where we get the perfect instruction and we realize, oh yeah, I didn't understand this. This is really helping me. Sometimes it's a situation where we almost die, as just happened recently with one devotee here. She thought she was actually leaving her body. And we realized that this was maybe one of the most transformative experiences of her life, and she needed that. I'm not wishing anybody almost die, but we know that sometimes Krishna puts us in situations, maybe we have an accident or a trauma in our life. So Krishna can do that for us. But I also want to say, is if you create a situation in which you feel comfortable and safe, a situation which you feel is good for your Krishna consciousness, it's not disturbing, it's not troubling, it's helpful. One devotee, this is the early days of ISKCON, one devotee would choose a man and a woman who didn't get along, and he said, you should get married because it'll be so bad you'll become detached. So, funny, right? That was the fanatical days of ISKCON. But we actually know, no, you should choose a man and woman that are compatible so the situation is peaceful, so they can work together peacefully and evolve in Krishna consciousness. So the same way with our life, we shouldn't unnecessarily choose difficulties which are so disturbing we can't peacefully execute Krishna consciousness. But if you're feeling, no, but I need challenges, I need things which are difficult. But the point is, you can do that. You can do that yourself. You can reduce your sleeping sometimes. You can stay up late on Ekadasi. You can chant more rounds. You can go on Vrindavan Prikrama and walk around barefoot for a month. You can do things when you feel you need that. It's not like you just have to choose a situation that's so difficult and so outside your comfort zone constantly that you become disturbed and unhappy and not peaceful. No, but choose a situation from which you're confident that you can build on that foundation comfortably and peacefully. Otherwise, it's like we see in Grihastha life, if it's too disturbing, it becomes a huge problem. Or if you're doing a service which is so against your nature, you can become very discouraged and you don't look forward to it. Or you're in a situation where relationships are very, very difficult with devotees. There's a lot of fault finding and criticism. It can be very, very difficult. And so often we will recommend, no, you want to create a more peaceful environment, it would be better, go to this temple or work on this project. This is practical. You might say, but I should be able to tolerate it. Yeah, you should, but if you can't, then you have to deal with the reality. And then as I'm saying, if you feel you need more, if you need to stretch more, Krishna will either create that situation because he knows what you need, or you yourself can say, I want to do this service. This service is going to be difficult, but it's going to be a stretch and it'll be good for me. You can do that. So, but the basis from which you spring into that higher service is very grounding. And so then it's going to be easier to do that. But if your basis is already like challenging you in such a way that you're not comfortable and you're disturbed, it's going to be hard to go out of your comfort zone. So we always say, I always say, go out of your comfort zone. Test yourself, push yourself. But you want to push it from a solid foundation. That's the point. You don't want to jump off a diving board that's already throwing you off. It's got to be stable, then you can dive off of it. Hare Krishna.